Hey everybody, it's another Sunday morning here at the Oren Farm. The arena itself. Oh geez, I keep on forgetting to put this one pane away. Alright, we'll put it up there. There we go. Alright. A couple things real quick. We're going to go through Warhammer Quest Lost Relics today. Really interesting game, and I think you need to see it. If you can get it at... They just got it back in at... Barnes and Noble. You can order it online. That's what I did. I brought it in. Pretty interesting little game. If you're looking for something a little bit different, the rules are kind of. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's just holes in it that I scratch my head. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it right. But I think this is great, especially if you got younger kids and stuff like that you want to start. Before you jump into the big stuff, Curse City, some of the other really good ones, the original one, if you have it, and stuff like that. I think it's nice and it's fun, and it's good enough for to do something quick. I like the extra things. You can make up your own stuff if you wanted to. So, before we get going, I really want to quickly. Robert, how are you? Shannon, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I wanted to touch base with you guys on a couple of things real quick to let you know what's going on. I just got all my graph paper. I had to go buy another thing because it got ruined in the move. So that's why we're not doing D100 today, but I did get my book in today. So we're still going to be going from this. But I did get my book in yesterday, so I'm happy about that. So we're going to put that over there. That is going to be on Wednesday. We are going to go through mission 4 because I went through the next two missions, and they're kind of very, very quick. I want to get right into where we're drawing, and we're going through a space station, which is the last training mission, and then we'll do a full thing. So do not think that we forgot. I will schedule that for Wednesday. On Thursday, I promised one of our very loyal followers that I would paint Hero Quest. We're going to do the heroes on Thursday. On Sunday, next Sunday, we will be doing a little bit of a Halloween thing with Scooby-Doo, the board game. You're going to see a whole bunch of reviews for Zombicide Undead or Alive. The new Kill Team box that I just got with the Necrons. You got to have Necrons. That was always a thing for me. Necrons and a Space Hulk. Okay, game on. Truvang. We're going to be talking more about that. You're going to be seeing stuff with Masters of the Universe. What else did I have on slate for you guys? That's coming up in the next week. That's just this week. God only knows what I'm going to do next week. Chad, how are you? Gunpower Studios, good to see you. I hope things are going well with you, my brother. So we've got a lot of things. We're starting to paint. My hand is feeling a little bit better. I painted up these guys, just got the base coats on, so I'll show you. But without further ado, I hope I don't mess this up too badly. It's a very quick scenario, but it'll give you kind of feel what's going on. I like what they did by putting tokens in there for the villains, and the snap fit stuff really takes a lot off your plate. Even though I glued them all together, I snap fit everything. So let's go down, take a look at this. You guys can make a decision for yourself. I've seen some people going, if you're an experienced gamer, you're not going to like it. Well, who doesn't like a quick dungeon crawl every once in a while? Can somebody raise their hand that doesn't? No, not you. No, nobody raised their hand out there. At least I can't see. I really think, that this has its spot, and this is when GW does things right. Okay, they found a spot for something. Okay, that can hit a certain thing. You look at your Borders, Barnes and Nobles type of clientele that want to get into gaming. This is a perfect perfect game for it. And even if you're experienced and you love the Warhammer universe, it does what it does. All right, let's head over to the other side here and get going. All right. Let me slide down a little bit. I may have to go grab something to drink at some point because, as usual, I'll lose my voice. Let me get the things out of the way here. All right, let me get this over here. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get down to business. All right, so as you can see, tokens, right? Tokens. I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm not such a stuck-up modeler that I go, oh, I need figures. No, they could have done this for Curse City and it would have been perfect, but that's neither here nor there. I just threw some quick base coats on these guys. This is Regis Philman. This is Calithia. All right, just something to get some color on here for today. We will not be using Talos, even though this bird is like really cool. So you get to stay over there and watch. Dorzad or Dorza. Okay, we'll put that right there. And then finally Luxa. All right. So just the beginning things. I've got to highlight them yet, but I wanted to get them ready and just put some color on them. So when we do this, it looks somewhat decent. You know what I mean? That's all. All right, so I'm going to grab the book over here, and we're going to be referencing it. So we're going to be doing the first adventure, which is Into the Horde. Okay, so the hostiles are 5 death rattle skeletons. So I'm going to explain a lot of this. They have a melee attack that they're going to try to do. They're going to try to move, and then if they can't do either one of these, they're going to be doing this rise thing. Okay. Place 1 available Death Rattler skeleton as close as possible to the hero who acted last. Now this happens only if this does not happen if you have all the skeletons on the thing. The idea of this is to try to get one of our heroes out this way. Okay, so we got to get him out of there somehow. And you cannot move if you are engaged. So if we land on a spot with somebody there, it's going to be considered gauged. Now, the neat thing about this is there's a little number in parentheses. That is the maximum that you can have someone in that square. Now, there's an ability that you can use that you could push somebody out. There's no dice rolling in this, which is kind of interesting. Okay, also the adventure phase. Okay, we're going to talk about these phases individually as we go. So I'm going to try to explain this as we play this so you kind of understand what's going on. Place 1 available Death Rattler skeleton in an area visible to 1 or more heroes. Okay, cool. Remember that the players whose hero's initiative card is first in line decides how to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you how that works. Then make 1 attack action with each Death Rattle skeleton that can do so. Okay. In the first round of this adventure, none of the Death Rattle skeletons will be able to attack. Okay. A hero gains a Destiny token. That's kind of like a reroll token. After an action chain of 2 or more actions that they start on page 9. If they already have a Destiny token, ignore this rule. I'll show you what chain actions is. Additional rules. Scouting. Do not use companion Taros. I really want to use that eagle too because we got a beautiful eagle. A hero in the chest area can make an interaction action. If they do so, their player draws 1 treasure card. Once a hero has done so, ignore this rule. Remember that that the hero who discovers the treasure card can immediately give it to another hero if they want to. Okay. And then we got Adventure 2, but we're going to save that for another time. Okay. I think that works. Okay. So we're going to go back. There's not a lot of rules in this. Okay. It's about 12 pages long. 13 pages long. Maybe a little less. We're going to go right here. Okay, so here's our phases. This is how you play around. You're going to have your adventure phase, okay? So I'm going to keep this open just so I can make sure I do this correctly. Your dice phase, your initiative phase, action phase, leader phase, recovery phase. Okay, so like we said, so I'm going to put this right here where I can see this. I'm going to try to keep it off camera, but you know, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. We're going to have our dice right here. Okay, we have one extra token here. We don't need. This is now this card here. This is actually pretty cool because this goes here and counts the rounds, but we don't have a timer on this round. All right, so I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can, so just bear with me. This is a leader. There's no leader involved in this one. So we skipped the adventure round this turn. Hold on, let me get a pen and put this. Hopefully I don't hit this camera too bad. Onto the thing so I can just reference anything in the adventure itself. Okay. All right, so the adventure phase you are playing will tell what happens during this phase. Okay, so that's when these guys are going to do all their stuff. Now we start the dice phase. We're going to roll dice for each one of these guys, okay? All right, who said hi? I've got somebody said hi. I've got. See, this is the last time that we're going to have this type of setup. It's going to change. Oh, Kabuki's up. What are you doing up so early? How are you? So, what we're going to do is, the last time we're going to have this set up. I'm actually going to have the monitors changed and everything like that. Finally, that's why we're going to be doing D100 Space later in the week. So I can get the studio finally fixed the way I want it to. Now that we hooked my son up, we're not sharing the whole area. So dice phase now, I'm going to roll for each person, okay? And wow, 3 5s. So my boy here is going to get 3 5s. Okay. And we sign these dice. Well, that's not good. 6. That might be helpful. 2 and 2. And I'll explain how we're going to use this. It works just like the old one. Whoa, all right, there we go. That's getting down to business, okay? That's getting down to business. All right, and then here, am I on? Oh, I'm on the wounded side. Okay, there is a wounded side, and there is a side that you start. If we take too many wounds, if we take 5 wounds and accumulate them here, we flip over, and then the next 5 wounds, guess what? Game over, folks. That dude is eliminated. And I put these all on when they should be on the hero phase. Hold on, folks. Typical Rob stream. Unprofessional and completely a train wreck, as usual. But this is how we roll, you know? All right, so let's do that. So we got 1, 2, 3 here. We got 1, 2, 3 here. We got 1, 2, 3 here. And then, boom. All right, wow. Pretty good rolls, if you ask me. All right, so we did that. Now it's the initiative phase. And what we do there is what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle up these cards just to show that I didn't fix this thing at all whatsoever. All right. And we are going to turn over in order how everybody is going to go. So people are going to take their turn as such. He's going to start ding, ding, ding until we are completed. Okay. Love me some Warhammer Quest, says the mighty Kabook. Well, that's cool because this little game you can get to Barnes and Noble. It's only $50, so how can you go wrong? So that's our initiative phase, and now we're going to start with our action phase. Now, here's where the rules get kind of convoluted a little bit and kind of drive me crazy. So we are going to start with Doors as. Okay, so he wants to go right into. So we're going to do a move action with him. Now, because we hit 4 or more, we can do an inspired move action. All right? And what that does is there's a couple of different move actions you can do. And our inspired moves are we can sprint. The hero can move an adjacent 3 times. So we can take him with his hammer and go 1, 2, 3. Okay? Well, once you get into a square with somebody, you can't move any further unless you do what is called a barge, okay? And what that is going to do is, or an invade. So I can actually go through and invade and come up here and just start brawling. Old school. Okay? Which isn't a bad idea. Because if I go in here and I do that, I can possibly clear out that area, which just might help us enough. So invade, I can go through as long as I have equal to my move, okay, or more, okay? If it was less, I would just be able to do a basic move, which is 2 squares. So I would be able to get in there and start brawling. But because I could do an invade, I can go through there and maybe clear things out. So 1, 2, evade. So I'm going to do that. So that's going to use that die right there. So that's gone, okay? Now, because I have this hand, I got 2 6s, I can do it to 2 attacks. And this is interesting because the damage is 2 /3. I could do a brash taunt in this round if another hero in the same area as the hero is the only target and attack action. You can change the target to this hero instead. In addition, each time this hero suffers damage in this round, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, because I can use my hammer, which is 5+, on a normal attack, if I just use that, okay, and if I had a 1 or something, or if I had this 4, and I want to use it for attack, there is I'm going to pull the card up for you guys so you can see this, okay, because I want to make sure that you understand what is going on here, okay, and bear with me, I'll take a look at the comments in a minute. This is a melee attack, so I'm going to be able to do a melee, but if I only had like under that number, I would be able to do the first number. But because I have over that number or over, I could do the second number, which is 3 damage. Okay, right? Sounds pretty good, right? Well, here's what's going to happen. Now, if I did want, if they have a resistance of 2, so if they had a resistance of 4 and I did 3 damage, well, I would flip that over, then I would hit again, and then it would be removed. But because their resistance is 2, if I hit equal or go above 2, I can remove them. So now, with my first hit, I could hit this guy and remove him. He is gone. Okay? Awesome. Then, hey, what's up?
Hey.
Where you going?
Outside.
Okay, I fed the cows.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, only on this channel you hear this kind of talk, folks. I fed the cows, gave them some hay, and I sprayed them for flies.
Okay.
Okay. Down in the back quadrant, they went pretty good.
That's where I'm going. I'll take care of it.
Maybe we just open up that gate today and throw a little hay in the other receptacle.
Okay.
I just think we should just kind of start moving them around since the grass isn't growing.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Only on this channel you hear farm talk. Alexis, greeting from Germany. Hope you are well. Well, thank you, brother. I'm doing just fine. So so we use that die, and now with my secondary die, okay, I am going to take this bro out, okay, because the hammer was able to lay waste to him. Okay, so now I've done his entire actions. Now, because I've done that, I can do a chain reaction if I wanted to, but I would have to use a 1, I believe. And the next one would be a 2. I would have to use a 2 and then a 3 if I had it, but I don't want to do that. I'm fine with him there. But the creatures get, now once they get damaged, they get removed, but they get what is called a reactionary reactionary step. Okay, note that there is only 1 reactionary step when a hero makes an action chain. Okay, that doesn't happen. Okay, each time a hero completes an action, there is a reactionary step. In the reaction step, 1 hostile that is visible to a hero makes a reaction. For example, if a hero attacks a hostile will often attack the hero as a reaction. Only 1 hostile can make a reaction in each reaction step. So, I think essentially, the way I read that, now this is the way I'm thinking. This guy here can make a reactionary step. So he would take his turn. So I would assume that he would move to go into there. That's the way I would take it. Okay? So he wasn't able to attack, but he was able to move. And then possibly place one available death skeleton as close as possible to the hero that acted last. So I think he would come back right there. That's the way I take the rules. I could be way wrong. Okay? It does make it a little tough, but let's play it tougher. Hello, Ravishing Rob. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay, so there we go. So that's that guy, okay? So now that we know that we did him, we got all his stuff back. We did our reactionary step. Now we go to the next person, which is Calithia. I'm probably butchering that name, okay? And they're going to take their action. Now, what can she do? She has this thing called Circle of Steel. And if she decides to do that, it will do 2 damage. But the problem is there's a parenthesis. And if I aim into that someplace where that is, well, guess what? Things are not going to go well for sure. And what's going to happen is if I tried to go over here and do or I try to use my special, which I don't have enough move power. But if I tried to do that and I tried to hit into there, okay, with my reactionary Circle of Steel, I would hit everybody. So I would hit my own guy. Not cool. All right, so let's all right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move. Okay, we're going to use a move action. Okay? And she's going to come 1, and then she gets to move again 2 into here. Now, there's a maximum of 3 people that can be in here. The same thing here. So, as long as it's equal, they cannot move anywhere else. Not cool. I know. Not cool. All right, so that was a move action. And then what we're going to do is, well, you know something? I wonder if I use my broadsword action. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my broadsword action, and that's going to give me 3 to attack him and take him out. Okay? So that is that. So then I'm going to use my last move action and move into here. All right? So now he is going to get a reaction. Only one can get a reaction. And what's going to happen is he is going to attack her. Okay? And that's going to do 1 damage. So I would put 1 damage onto her. Okay? She can take up to 4 damage. Oh, if I use that thing in this round, skip the reaction stage after each of this hero's actions. Now, I could be wrong. I think after each action I take, they make a reactionary step. So let's try it that way going forward. Okay? So that takes care of that. So these 2 are done. So let's go with Luxa. And Luxa has the bow. All right, so we're going to take a move action. Oh, I think my dog wants to come in because... Oh, no, you're right there. Okay, I see you. Okay, so I'm going to move 2. No, I'm going to move 1. So after that, they would take a move action. They would take a reactionary action. So they can't attack from a distance, but they can move. All right, so that would be 1. All right, now the second thing, aim. In this round, add 1 to both damage values if this hero bow attack action. If I do a +5. Inspire adds 2 to both Adds 2 to both values instead. Ooh, or hunt. This action can be used only one. Oh, that's Taros, so we can't use that. But I can use this, which would slaughter this dude right here if I aimed right there. And it would do 2 damage, and they only have a 2 reaction, so he would die. Boom. Okay. That seems pretty easy enough. And then finally, I should be able to range attack. The attacker, as long as it's visible, I can attack. Then he would get an attack on me because of the reactionary. So that would do 1 damage. And then finally, I would do my bow again, which would do 2 damage, and take him out. Which means that he would get a reactionary. So he's not going to move out, but they would add another person in here. I think that's the way it would go. Because as a reaction, he would attack. Reaction and then rise. The rules are kind of unclear on this. This reaction step is really kind of drive you crazy, but I'm gonna do it that way. I may have done it wrong, but the way you read it, it's really weird. So now it's this guy's turn, and he's just loaded to the gills. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to move. So with him moving, he's going to move 2. We're going to use the 5 there. And he's going to go 1. Now we can go up here. Because he has +5 move, we can move him 3 and get some kind of thing. But that'd be kind of selfish, wouldn't you think? Because then you would have to interact with it. Okay, well, let's do it because he is kind of selfish. 1, 2, 3. Because it's a 5 and it marks his thing, he can do an inspire move and go in here. Now this guy here would attack. Well, that guy would move to the. Well, no. It would go. We would pick one guy, and let's say he's going to attack him. Let's just do it that way. I might be wrong, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so that takes care of him. All right. Now, he's going to interact with that, which means that's going to go away, and he's going to draw a treasure card because he's selfish. Lightning strike. Now, he could give this to anybody. Weapon. Fullbringer. +4. Does 1 to 3. Wow. That's pretty nasty. So, I'm just going to have him hold on to that for now. Alright, so we did the inspire. I mean the interact, which was 5+, which he was able to do. And then we're going to have this guy move here. Because he can't attack, but he can move there. And I wonder if he would add another skeleton there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make it interesting. I could be making it harder for myself, but who cares? So now this guy, because there's a room in here for 3, he can use the 5 and he can do the bypass and come into here. All right, let's do that. 1, 2. He's going to get out of here and into here with him. Okay, because he could do that thing. So he's in there. So all our things are right. Okay. So now we do any kind of recovery. Oh, now it's a reactionary phase, and let's have him hit him. All right. There. I think that's about right. Matthew, how are you? Let's see. I game mostly at home or with one of my buddies. We should meet up. Selfish adventure. Yes. Sounds cool, Matt. PM me sometimes to meet up. Oh, see, there you go. You guys are all playing together, which is good. Okay. You guys don't need me around. So that's the way I think that works. So now we would go back to our adventure phase, and we would read there, and this is where it comes in. Adventure phase. Place 1 available death rattle skeleton in an area visible to 1 or more heroes. Well, because let's tie these guys up. I would put that there because the next round he'd be able to get out, and we wouldn't want that to happen, right? Then make one attack action with each death rattle skeleton that can do so. So each one of them would take a wound, all right? Because they do one wound with the rusted weapon. So let's do that, okay? So that's going to bring him there. That's going to give him one there. That's going to give him one there. And then, well, her, him, and him. Okay, so they got hit. All right? All right, there we go. So now that we did that, remember that the players whose initiative, it's already 6. Okay, no, there's not 6 on there. There's 4 on there now. Okay, so there we go. All right. So now we could take a rest initiative at any time, and what that's going to do is we can heal up. So you're not just continually just getting pounded. Matthew, thank you for the donation. We'll give you Godzilla. Hopefully you can get a little music. We'll do it at the end of this. Right now, I'm trying to make this tougher so it's not as easy. But the way this reads, it's kind of squirrely a little bit. But there's a lot to this, and I'll show you some of the things afterwards when we're done. Which should be this phase here, because all I have to do is get one player out. So we were able to get the treasure chest. Awesome. We can use that into our next thing, which we will do. Now that we've done that, now we redo the dice phase, because we did the adventure phase. They all attacked us, and yeah, they're not too happy. So Regis here, Regis Philbin. Anybody remember him? And that's a 6 right there. All right, Calithia, she got a good roll. Business is about to pick up. And then 3 more. Dorzaz, he needs at least a 5 here. Yeah, okay. That's my boy. All right, so he should be able to take care of this pretty well. And then Luxa, there we go. So, boom. So, kind of interesting how we can do this. I'm curious now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how a combination works, and it's going to kind of end this. But let's see how this all works out, because we have to get these cards in a certain thing. So after the dice phase, you're going to do the initiative phase, and that's where you're going to mix these up a bit. So I'm going to mix these up a little bit, and then we'll deal them out. Legend of Odinson, the tray isn't quite as nice as previous bookshelf games like Space Marine Event. I think this thing is good for what it is, bro. I'm not going to pick, especially since they give you tokens, unlike this here, which you get. They tell you to go out and spend $260 more. Not very smart, if you ask me. It's just, it's amazing. You don't know what to make of this company at times. Like, I just got the Kill Team new box because it has Necrons in it, which I'm saying Necrons in a space hole count me in. Okay? Matter of fact, my son's coming in, and I'm going to have him bring me over a couple of those figures. See those 2 figures standing up on there? On top of that box?
Right here?
Look at me. Right there. Yeah, those 2. Give those to me. There's that box set I was telling you about with the Necrons.
Yeah?
Yeah, that you just took it off of. So, yeah, look.
Do you want this?
No, you can leave that there. I'll show it to him later. But just for 2 of these guys, 2 out of the 6, okay, it's almost $70. Okay, I would have been happy with tokens. All right, so let's see where we end up here. Dorzad, I needed him to go first. Calithia, second. All right, so now I've got to try to figure this out. Well. Well, I can use Storm Fury, but that would affect everybody in there. I don't want to do that. And Calithia, but with Calithia, I can do 1, then at least 2, then 3. Okay, chain reactions. Whenever a player spends an action die with a result of 1, you can start the chain reaction. That's not going to help me at all. Okay. So if you don't roll real well, bad things are going to happen. Like just now. But I think I can do this a certain way. So let's figure this out here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use I'm just going to use a basic attack, and that's going to turn him over for 1. He's going to react and hit back at him. Okay? Which makes sense. All right, then my second thing is I'm going to attack again, and that's going to finish him off. Okay? So that means I'm going to pick somebody here that's going to attack. I'm going to have this guy attack him. All right? Because we're going to try to keep this fair. So that's going to give him 3, even though he has 5. Oh, boy. All right? So that takes care of that. Then I can take a chance here, but I would end up wounding him. Choose 1 action on a hero's die card. That hero, okay, energize. That hero's player can add or subtract one or more. No, that's not going to help me either. All right, so I can skip that last action. I don't have to take this action. I can save that. Yeah, because it just wouldn't make any sense to use it. All right, because what I would do is cause another reaction, and that may put me in danger where I'm going to have to flip over a card. Make sense? Okay. Rob, did you see the Iron Maiden, Eddie? I was talking to Pete. I was talking to Pete on Friday, and he's making sure I get a set because Cool Mini and I take very good care of this channel. I'm very good friends with them. I've done a lot of painting for them, so they take good care of me that way. They like when I review stuff for them because I really do like a lot of their stuff. And I'm going to show you the Scooby-Doo stuff I got in, the Undead and Alive Zombicide stuff I got in, which all looks fantastic. I've checked out certain things, and I said, listen, I've got to have the Iron Maiden stuff to fit in with all my stuff. I mean, it's just going to be glorious. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna leave that die. So I'm gonna move over to her because this is going to be important right here because I can get my guy out. But I got to be real careful how I do this. So if I decide to do the Circle of Steel, I can hit them both for 2. Well, you know something? In addition, in this round, minions cannot make range attacks. Okay. In this round, skip the reaction step of each of this hero's actions. So I'm going to use Blaze of Light. And that's going to that means there's going to be no reaction phase. Okay. So now, which I should have probably used the Energize to push that up to 1, but I wasn't smart enough to do that. But I can take a hit here. So now what I'm going to do is use Circle of Steel. And what that's going to do is do 2 damage to each person in this thing. Even my guy here. So not cool. So that's going to kill him. And him. And that's going to put 2 wounds there. So what happens? On the second wound, which I messed up my brother. I'm going to go over to the wounded section here. Not cool. Now things cost even more. Okay, not cool. And I can only use the hammer to get the inspired thing on a 6. But because I did that, I was able to do that, and then I still have one thing. Yeah, she can move off. Okay, there we go. And that's all we had to do, because according to the thing here, object. The heroes must break through the death rattle skeletons and out of this trap. To do so, a hero in the exit area must make a move action. When this happens, the heroes are victorious. So I was able to make the move action, and off we went. There we go. So it's an introductory thing, and so you can kind of get the rules down. But as you saw, a ton of fun. I mean, I like it for what it is. I really do. Now that was a very simple thing. I want to show you guys, actually. Let me get my phone out of my pocket because it keeps on smashing up against me. I want to show you guys some of the other things so you don't get the idea that this is all how it all goes. So let me just come up over here before we finish off here. And I show you a few things. So you're going to use 2 here, okay? And it's going to be a little tougher. Things are getting a little tougher. Because now you're going to run into the Death Rattle Warden, which is a leader. Because one of the actions is a leader phase and then recovery phase. Okay? But it just doesn't stay at that. You go back to 2 again. Then you go up to 3 sections. Then there's 4 sections. And you get 12 adventures in here. And yeah, good luck. All kinds of different villains and stuff. And this is just going to be fun to do. This one where you're cornered, you're trying to go down the stairs into another section, which is just brilliant. And then the final battle, where this thing is just jacked up with everything that you can imagine, and yeah, count me in. Count me in. I want to play through this. I do. I really, really, really do. Let me come up over here. All right. So now I want to show you guys a few things. All right, that we got in. This really, now listen, the funny thing is people go, I remember seeing this on Boomerang. Okay, yeah, that's all nice and dandy, but I remember seeing this when it was live on Saturday morning cartoons. Okay, that's how old my ass is. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. All right. So, Scooby-Doo, the board game, really looks really, really cool. It's kind of... I think it'd be fun. So, I like to do that for the day before Halloween. So, we'll do that next Sunday. Yeah, I'm psyched for the Maiden minis. They look great. And I love them. Who doesn't love Maiden? That's nuts on the price. I guess miniatures suffer from inflation as well. Yeah, it is what it is. As far as that's concerned, I just think if they did cutouts, or maybe you can even, you could photo. I even thought about it, photocopying and putting on some really stiff cardboard. I'll photocopy and I'll make my own stands if I have to, for the rest of the creatures. Just so I can play it at some point. We also got True Vang in, for those of you that are interested in that. I already opened the old girl up. Really interesting. This is something I'm really looking forward to checking out. Your device will restart. Oh, hold on. I don't want it to. Okay. Go away. Yeah, so... yeah, it was going to try to restart the computer. So I got this. This is really pretty cool. You're going to see a video about the Masters of the Universe Wave 2 this week. The second part of my GMT video. Hold on, I got more stuff to show you. Hey, Gab. Hey, girl. And this and this. We're trying here, you know? We're trying. I'm painting Massive Darkness 2. We were set a whole Kickstarter set that we are going to auction off for charity. You know, we try to help you around Christmas time. Another couple weeks, we got that. We got stuff from Richard Launius. We got a ton of stuff that we are going to auction off to help you guys. I know it's been a very, very tough year with inflation and everything like that. I hope you'll help us, help other people. I've got the whole Kickstarter for Massive Darkness 2 that we are going to auction off. So you put in your bids and away you go. Sabutio comes back 6 and then 7 from that, the 13th, which is on a Sunday morning. We'll be bringing that back. We got D100 that we're going to be doing. We got Masters of the Universe that we're going to be doing. Hero Quest, and we're also going to be doing, now, because Cool Mini or Not are so awesome, they're going to send me another set of this. We'll be auctioning off that. And here's that cool. This is why I don't give up on this company, is because you do get stuff like that. Look at Necrons and they're calling them Kasherkin now, which is basically the Imperial Guard, which, yeah, all right, I'm in, all the way, I'm in. So, there you go. So, this table's just full of stuff. And then I'm painting a bunch of stuff so we can do some things. Like I said, I rushed this out. We got Warcry, we've got Stars of Ikarios, Dungeon Universalis, and Chronicles of Drungor to do. We've got Teen Titans, Looney Tunes, X-Men. I mean, I just have tons of stuff to do. We're trying to catch up, and we're going to get there. So, yeah, the Sabutio League's going to be back, which means the Tiger will finally be back after a long absence. He's been trying to adapt to the farm, and we'll get there. That's for sure. Hey, Matthew. Come on, let's get it this time. He's got to get it this time. Bro, your long streak is broken. I mean, he hadn't hit music in a long, long time. This thing buzzed. Who did this? Russell Wilson has a partially torn quadricep or something like that. He will miss today. Well, good. I hope he misses the rest of the season. We got the better of that deal. All right. I'm trying to think what else I had for you guys. I had a bunch of stuff. A Defender of the Realm I have up there I brought from the store. I got to get that storage unit set so I can kind of filter stuff in. Now, remember, okay, Wednesday, we are going to do D100. I already got my... I went down to Hobby Lobby with the Queen, and we got everything that we need. New graph paper and pencils and stuff like that. Got my ruler to go with it. Okay, so we make nice straight lines. And then we are going to do that. We're going to do that this Wednesday. So I'll schedule it probably tomorrow. Then, as promised, Matthew, I said I would paint up some Hero Quest. We'll probably do that Thursday. And then next Sunday we'll be live yet again. All right. Whoa, Nighthawks. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the donation, pal. All right, here we go. Dude, you got to get the music. I mean, you drop 2 dimes like that. We got to get you some music here, bro. Come on. All right, come on. The lizard is feeling it today. The lizard is feeling it today. Oh, he gave you an extra, stomp, too. Nice job, bro. Thank you. You have no idea how much this means and how much it helps, because we try to replace paints and stuff like that, and things like that. Now tomorrow I'm taking tomorrow to do some taping stuff. There's some things I need to tape. I want to tape Truvang, Zombicide. I got kind of a little bit of a rant on Games Workshop paints that I need to tape. That'll be later another time, and how certain stores handle it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, 2 in a row. Amazing. And then I've got I'll probably do Scooby-Doo review and Teen Titans review. So I got 5 videos I got to tape today and tomorrow. And we also, I want to do a live play of the Masters. I got it all together. I just got to finish painting it up. Masters of the Universe Battlegrounds. Boy, what an interesting game. And the Wave 2 comes with solo rules. So the nice thing about it is that you can play a little bit, and you can kind of get a feel for your team as you go against this giant dinosaur that's like locked up with lasers and stuff like that. Really cool. Make sure you check out the video on it. I think you'll really like it. And this is something that you're going to check out. And, a lot of the stuff I got from my boys over at the Bearded Brown Coat. Those guys have just been doing a fantastic job. I go up there almost every Saturday, it seems now. And they see me coming, and they go, oh, well, we got this and we got that in. Here's my credit card. There you go. And I've yet to walk out there not spending less than $150 lately. But hey, what are you going to do? It's for the channel, and that's what's important. And that's why things like this really help, and then we try to raise money for charities and stuff like that, which is very important to me, and we try to help people out. So we try to do the best we can. Just not your ordinary channel. Even though I've gotten a lot of from people lately, which I can care less. As long as you guys are watching, that's all that matters. Okay, so there you go. I think you got a good feel from it. The rules. I really there's not a lot of rules in there, but they're not really crystal clear. So I don't know if I did that reactionary stage right, but I made it harder, because if I did it wrong, at least I made it harder where I can catch you can catch a beat in a bit. And you got to make some really tough decisions. So there you go. Rob, did you? Oh, okay, I answered that. Coolness. Glad Pete is taking care of you. Yeah, me too. They've been very nice. Him and Adam and the marketing department. I really make sure that if I don't like something, I won't make a video of it. And I told them that. But I'll tell you, this has been a good year for them. I mean, think of all the stuff that they've put out. During COVID and after COVID, it just shows the class and the integrity. And some of the shipping things that people have been claiming about, I know for a fact, and I'm not going to say anything, but it wasn't their fault. Okay. A lot of shipping companies have been really dropping the ball on a lot of companies. I was talking to Chris from Everything Epic, and he's been going through his own pains as well, which I feel bad for him, but what can I do? All right. Wow, 51 minutes, 54 minutes and 28 seconds. Not bad. Kept it nice and tight, which is most important. I hope this helps you make a decision. You can go to Barnes & Noble and pick this up. I really think it's something that you want in your collection. Really nice little thing that if you want to do it with yourself, or you got somebody that, hey, we've got like a half hour, 45 minutes. You want to break this out? It's kind of fun. It's quick to set up. It's quick to play, and it's a lot of fun. Like some fool said, oh, if you're experienced, you're not gonna. What does experienced gamers have to do with anything? Okay, you play a game just to play a game. I don't know. Whatever. I could go on and on, boy. I really have a tough time reading rules at time, and I try to check other videos to see if I'm getting rules right or I'm dropping the ball on things. And every time I watch, it's just It's all about them people. All about people. Instead of making it about the games and the people that watch you. How can I serve you guys? Here I go on a rant, right? What is the best way for me to serve you? Okay? How can I show you something and give you a good idea of it so you save your money? Times are tough out there. I've been doing this for a while now. I enjoy it. I really do. Rob, how much is the game? $50. 50 shekels. Okay? 50,000 pennies. If you have it. Makes it sound more expensive. But it's well worth it. There's 12 adventures in there. It's small, it's tight, but it does a lot. And this is when GW does things right. I really think they did something right here. You want to beat them up for Curse City, and then you get Lost Relic and you go, hey, you know something? There's a lot of game in this little box, and this is fun. Because that's what it's all about, is fun. Not having your nose up in the air, okay? Living up to being fools, that's for sure. I think I covered everything. I did it all. How about that? All right, so I got to redesign this room today. That is going to be my main purpose. And then I'm going to be painting some more Masters of the Universe, Kill Team, and Massive Darkness that I'm working on. Massive Darkness 2. I'm just looking at the pile of stuff. We'll get going. Rob, don't know if you buy and read RPG material often. I do. But I recently got a great book set. 2-book set. Old School Essential Advanced Fantasy. I can recommend that one. Ooh, I'm going to check it out. Kabuki, did you ever check out that like role-playing miniature game? And good for old school players. Basically basic expert BX, D&D mixed with AD&D first edition. Good stuff. You see, I like that because that makes it so much easier to do live. Some of the stuff is more for the theatrics. It's almost like they make it for the Hollywood crowd now, and especially with the this new D&D thing that they're doing, where they're trying to make it all electronic and stuff like that. This is just made for what they think is. Let's face it, Dungeons and Dragons wouldn't be as popular as it is if it wasn't for Critical Role or whatever they are. Okay, but it's all scripted and fake, and that's what kind of I find is kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. I understand people like it and everything, and they're very good at what they do. All right, let's give them all the credit. I don't think it would be as popular as it is if it wasn't for them. Okay, but there comes a point when you start losing the essentials of what it truly is. And when it's scripted and stuff like that, it loses its feel. And when you try to throw swerves in there when there should just be natural swerves and all the posing, what the hell is that? But, it's like anything else. People tend to gravitate to what moves them, and I think that's what's most important. And if they like it, don't know what mini game you're talking about. Seven TV or something like that. I did a video on it not too long ago. It's where you're a movie production. It's a very role-playing. Justin and I did it. Seventh Fantasy or something like that. Oh God, it's gonna drive me nuts. 7 TV Fantasy or something like that. It's just it has such an old school feel to it, Kabook. I think you'll like it. You'll find it. Justin and I did it live, and I did a review for it. I think it's 7 TV Fantasy. It came in a little box, but it was heavy, and it comes with so much. It's I thought about it, and I said, "Ooh, you'll really like this." And I don't know if you caught the video or not. It was a while back. I think it was June, somewhere in there. We had this thing all jacked up with terrain and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I was ranting about Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. I don't know. I just like the old stuff. The problem is I'm old and I'm outdated. I really am. And that's why this channel won't be huge like a lot of other channels, because number one, I'm not a clickbait idiot. I don't sit there and go, on the covers and stuff like that. I try to keep some kind of dignity of myself. And for me, I really feel that if I just stay true to myself, I'm not worried about any of the other stuff, and I'm just happy that you're all here. That's where I'm at. Okay, I'm not going to go on to this because it's like beating a dead horse, right, Gab? My pup. Every time I do something, OSR is big right now. There are a lot of people who want old school style RPG gaming. Yeah, no, I agree. It's out there. There's people like me and stuff like that out there that remember a different time, and not just old gamers. Well, the younger people are starting to figure out that, you can't look at this your entire life and feel that you feel any kind of fulfilled or anything like that. Oh, I wish I can show you the picture. So the Queen in all her infinite glory, and I do mean infinite glory. I got to do this quick because I got to get a move on. A move on. Okay. That's it for the bad jokes today. She sent this to me too. Doggone it. It's on my screensaver, but I can't, let's just run by a picture of my mom, who passed away in March. Don't feel bad, folks. She didn't like me. I had to find out from a lawyer. All right, if I could just find this, I don't want to hold all of you up. Okay, but I have to show you this picture of the Queen, because this is okay. Here we go. Her Halloween picture. She goes, try to be festive. Here's a picture of me. That's right. She's a blood-sucking vampire. Okay, there we go. All right, listen. I love you all. Thank you so much for spending the last hour with me, especially so early in the morning. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps you make a decision. Like I said, we've got a very exciting week going on. We got a lot of really cool things, and I want to continue with this Lost Relic. I want to make sure I have it down. Like I said, that reactionary phase, there's just something there. There we go. Love you all. We'll see you soon. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you Wednesday live D100. We're gonna do a little dungeon crawling, old school, my brothers. So check. It'll be late afternoon, so Kabuki can stick in her head in and say what she gotta say, because it's just not the same without the Kabuki. Matthew, thank you so much. Nighthawk, thank you so much for the donations. Guys, it really helps a lot. Alexis, everybody, you're all wonderful. Until next time, it is your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon, everybody.